Hey guys, it's Katie. So today I'm going to be making some roasted broccoli and cauliflower. This recipe is super easy. It doesn't take a ton of time. All you need is some broccoli and cauliflower, some olive oil. My family likes to use some spices. We use salt, pepper, and some smoked paprika. And then some lemon juice at the end to kind of like top it all off, bring the flavors together, you know. So my family and I like to use this as a quick dinner all the time. It is super great. Just have like a nice salad as like the entree, and then do this broccoli and cauliflower as like a side dish of sorts. Like, it's just absolutely fantastic. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is take the olive oil and kind of like drizzle it, like kind of cover as much of the broccoli as possible without oversaturating it with the olive oil. You want to get it wet so that it can get the spices, but not like overdone so that it's actually really unhealthy. Fun fact, actually, broccoli is most nutritious when it's raw, so this roasting it isn't actually the best way to get nutrients from the broccoli, but it's still pretty good. Roasting is one of the better ways compared to other types of cooking that like you can still get a lot of nutrients from it. So broccoli is a cruciferous vegetable, and something that's really cool about it is that it is really high in calcium and vitamin C. And fun fact for like a comparison sort of thing is that broccoli has twice the amount of vitamin C that an orange does, and it has the same amount of calcium as a thing of whole milk, which is super cool because your body absorbs the calcium from broccoli better than it does from the whole milk. And I think that's probably because this is like all natural and it's not like filled with like animal proteins and stuff. It's like just super like broccoli. But anyway, so then what I'm gonna do is, now that the broccoli has pretty much, they all have olive oil on them, what I'm gonna do is take this pan down here and I'm going to pour the broccoli onto the pan. I already did the other half. And kind of like take a little bit here and kind of just like spread it out, make sure the flat sides are on the bottom. Don't want the broccoli florets to not cook at all. I want them to be roasted, but and kind of spread them out so that they all get some heat from the oven. And I had already preset the oven to 425, so you're gonna want it to be around 425. Make sure you do that early because you gotta preheat it. But from there, I think this is pretty good. And then from here, I'm going to wash my hands so that I can put the spices on it. So what I'm gonna do is take the salt here, and I'm just gonna kind of lightly sprinkle it over the broccoli. So while we're discussing broccoli and cauliflower, so cauliflower is a cruciferous vegetable just like broccoli, and it is a fabulous source of a ton of different nutrients, probably a bit more than broccoli. But the biggest thing that like cauliflower is kind of known for is its amount of calcium that it has. It actually has 77% of the daily value of calcium that's like recommended for you. Sorry, my cats are all over. And it's also a really great source of protein and vitamin K. So if you're looking for some protein, you're not feeling the chicken, but you should never really be feeling the chicken. But if you're not feeling it that night, you know, go for some cauliflower. So I have this salt kind of sprinkled, and then from there I'm going to kind of just sprinkle the pepper just like I did with the, oh, it kind of fell out on me. But yeah, so I'm gonna just sprinkle the pepper all over. Kind of light on it because like you never really realize how much spice pepper has until you have like way too much pepper on it. Like, you know when you have your macaroni and cheese and it's like you're like, I need some pepper, and then it's like you put like way too much in that one spot, and then you get that bite and it's like, oh my god, this is way too much pepper. But yeah, so that's how I feel about pepper. So now that I'm done with the pepper, I'm going to take the smoked paprika and sprinkle that over. I'm a bit more liberal with the paprika because the flavor is like just so good, and it's also like not like, since it's not an overwhelming flavor. Like if you really want to get the flavor in there, like you kind of need a lot. So I'm gonna sprinkle this over the oil coated broccoli. And speaking of oil is probably one of the, olive oil is probably one of the healthier kind of fats that you could have, considering it's full of monounsaturated fats. But a fat is still a fat, so you don't necessarily want to be having like you're not going to get like drinks of olive oil every single night. You know, it's a lot better for you, but it's like you still need to use it in moderation, because it's like having a bag of potato chips every day. Like, it's just not good for you. Even if it's considered a healthy fat, it's still just So just keep that in mind. So don't be having this recipe every single night, because there is olive oil all over, you know, the recipe. So I think that's probably pretty good. So, and then after this, I'm going to put it in the oven, and we're going to cook it. So now I'm going to put these in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes at 425. If you decide that you like them like a little bit more roasted or not as roasted, like that's completely a taste preference sort of thing. I would just check on them throughout the cooking time, just to make sure. Like, our oven runs kind of hot, so it usually doesn't take as long, but you know, it's just a preference sort of thing. So I'm going to put these in, and after about 25 minutes, we'll see how they turn out. Hey guys, so here's what they look like when they're done. So I'm just going to scoop them up into these cute little serving plates that we have. And then from there, we can just squirt some lemon juice on to kind of tie the flavors all together. So I'm just going to squirt some lemon onto this dish that I have prepared. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. I have other videos posted in this kind of like plant-based nutrition, like cooking sort of thing. So again, just thank you guys so much for watching.